Welcome. I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. And yeah, we are indeed on the free-to-play. The Road to Ultra Nightmare. Got my coffee in hand, ready to drink it, kind of wake up a little bit. And it's day 58. Day 58 is going to be really exciting. But before we get to that, I've got a cool announcement. I know a lot of you guys have been enjoying my little coffee mugs and been asking about it. Not everybody, I'm not expecting this to actually take off, but for those of you that would like some DWJ merch, well, guess what? I have it on the website now, right up here where it says merch. You click on that and it opens up, and look at that. I got some shirts, I got some hoodies, I got some coffee cups, and you can get different colors and stuff with it, which is pretty cool, at least for this one, right? So you can go and get, I got the black, I got the orange, which is cool. I got the yellow, which is cool. I don't have the orange ones myself. I will, I just haven't got it yet. But anyway, kind of some cool stuff there. I thought it was pretty neat. So I thought that was worth a moment to say, hey, check that out. You guys might be interested in that. But the other thing I think that's gonna kind of big news is I think I've been grinding, I spent yesterday grinding some gear, and it was horribly unsuccessful, as I've been, you know, for like the last 2 weeks. That's okay. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one that comes out. And of course, if you enjoyed today's music, we have that link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video, and you can use code DeadwoodJedi, save yourself 15%. And of course, if you want some account work, you don't like doing the work yourself, I'm more than happy to do it for you. My team is at the beck and call. Just visit my website, DeadwoodJedi.com. Now, we have two things going on. We've got Void Shards, which I definitely want to open. I've been talking about wanting to do Hydra as well, so that's something I'm going to want to do today, just so you guys can get a look at how I approached it, right? My free-to-play team obviously won't take too long. The other thing that I think is actually really cool is I think I can build my team with the gear I have. Now, part of this has to do with the fact that I have a bunch of glyphs, right? Not a lot. I have a ton of 1-star glyphs. And I still have a handful of more than 1-star glyphs, so it would probably entail me getting fairly lucky with some of it. But I'm going to show you in the optimizer, Hell Hades optimizer, exactly what I'm talking about, because I was looking at my gear yesterday and I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys here. I think I can do this. I think I can, but I just hadn't put it all together yet. And so yesterday I was kind of like looking at it, I was like, okay, this is cool. And then to show you guys, figure I'll toss in the optimizer and let you guys kind of see. But yeah, so basically what we've got here, right? You'll notice I got my 5 champions, right? Elva, Rhonda, Jarreg, Venomage, Valerie. Still hoping I get somebody better, but for now, Valerie. I got these 5 champions here, and you'll notice I don't optimize Rhonda because Rhonda's actually in a pretty good spot right now. I just need an Actually banner on her. There's nothing that's going to make that better than putting an Actually banner on her. At some point, I'll check her in the optimizer, see if I can't get a better damage build too, but she's pretty good right now. She's pretty good. I've been very happy with it, so I don't really want to mess with her too much, but I figured let's look at the rest of these champions, see what I can't do. Now, one of the things I did talk about doing is I want Elva in Stalwart gear, and you can see here, oh, let's go to Elva. There we go, Stalwart gear. I have enough Stalwart gear, I think, to do that. Now, what's interesting about this build is you might notice the optimizer says put a resistance chest on just because of the numbers I had plugged in. Clearly, I won't do that. Clearly, I'll just glyph some stuff up because I think, in fact, having an HP banner here or HP chest piece or even a defensive chest piece will do more for us, not only in this content, but in other content as well. Ideally, like endgame, yes, a resistance banner would be amazing on Elva. I think that is kind of a way to go, is build her resistance. But for right now, I think definitely, you know, I can swap this out. And I have some semi-decent mediocre pieces. And I think with enough glyphs, I can get it back up to the speed, because 248 is actually exactly where I need to be. So this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. And so there's a lot of potential within this, right? I might even be able to get a better banner, you know, maybe something with a little bit more speed in it, make that number a lot easier to get to. But you can see it. I amazingly enough actually have the gear to do this. So that's kind of cool. And then if we jump over to Jarreg, the optimizer is amazing in a lot of ways, but one of the ways is it pulls pieces that you don't think about, like these boots I hadn't thought about, but they have a double defense roll with, you know, big speed, a huge boot. The 6-star chest piece right here with the speed roll, not even a great piece, but it's going to give us the HP we need. These gloves I got recently, you know, all this other stuff, actually a pretty solid little build here. And you can see the end stats, we're almost 3k defense, 70k HP, a couple glyphs, and we hit that 3k defense spot. That's actually an ideal type of build. Now, the issue is I'm about 10 speed, like 10 to 12 speed too slow. So I have a bunch of 1-star glyphs, so that's at least 6 speed. That means I would need to get lucky with the other glyphs, and that's where the trick comes in. And that's where it gets a little dicey, because you gotta get lucky. You know, sometimes you just need better rolls on stuff. So that's the tricky part. The other tricky part about that too is like these two already have glyphs, which makes it a little bit tougher, right? So now we're talking we're adding 4 speed, banner, chest, gloves, and weapon. Less good, definitely less good. So this might need to go through some revisions, but clearly I'm close to that. And then the one I've been struggling with the most is Venom Age. So if we look at Venom Age here, 227 speed, almost 3k defense, plenty of HP and accuracy level, which is crazy. And part of that's because I do have some accuracy banners in the Lizardman faction now, which is really great. And so we're able to put some pieces on, and I think this is pretty good. Now, this chest piece here on Elva, right? 8 speed, 60% chest piece. It's a really nice one. This is probably one I would keep on Elva instead of the resistance chest. And if I were to do that, then I would obviously have to swap something else in here for Venom Age. But again, we run in the same issue we have with Jareg. We're about 10 to 12 speed too slow. And so obviously glyphs will get us part of the way, but we needed to get us all the way there. And so that's going to be the trick with this, right? If we can get really lucky with the glyphs, I think there's a real strong possibility I can actually get to the speeds I want for my team. Even have our Valerie here, right? And actually a couple little changes, not big ones, but a couple little ones. But we can, you know, put on our toxic set still and get to 190 speed with really good stats attached to it. So there's definitely some options here as far as, you know, how we're going to build it. And that makes me it makes me feel a lot better about the whole process. Obviously I need to get into it and look at things a little bit closer. But you know, right now I'm very, very happy with that. So let's go look at Clan Boss. Let's get our rewards for the day here. And here we go. Nightmare. Okay. Well, we got some silver. That's always exciting. And we can hold on to that. Okay. All right. So much silver. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's all right. And we got some more silver, basically. All right, cool. So yeah, nothing going spectacular over there. What I want to do, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this first. This video's gonna get a little long here. Otherwise, let's open some shards and then we'll jump into Hydra and do a quick run over there. So we got these void shards. I don't even know if I have room for them now that I think about it. Fine, it's fine. Good, Panthera. Not what I'm looking for. Obviously, it's a 2x event today for void shards. Why I'm pulling them, I'm not gonna wait another 4 weeks. Figured I'd rather just get it now. Got 2 more. Yep, let's open some slots. Let's go. Oh man, I've had horrible void luck. I have horrible void luck. All right, last shard, let's do it. Oh, epic. Ooh, that's a great one. Urogrim's a great pull. This guy, yeah, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be great. He's gonna make I think he's gonna be really helpful for things like Spider, Ice Golem, not Spider, Dragon, Ice Golem, things like that. Really nice champion. A lot of heals, a lot of poisons. Actually, there's an argument to be made he would be really good for my clan boss team, but yeah, that's a pretty nice champion right there. That's a pretty nice one. I'm happy with that. Not exactly what I was expecting or hoping for. Godseeker, why? But I'm not upset with it. Definitely going to be useful for me. Okay, so no changes to my build so far. No changes to my. So let's jump in here. Nope, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Hydra. Boom. Boom. Okay. So, gosh, it's almost the second video spot here. It's okay. We're gonna just run this team. Yeah, this is the team I was running before. It's pretty much what I have right now, right? Now, obviously, Jizzo would be really nice to have his accuracy up. There's a lot of changes I could be making to this squad to improve it, but the thing is, I think we're going to be able to get that bottom chest, and that's kind of what all I want right now, because all I need to do is get those Mithrala fragments, and just the bottom chest will do it. You know, hopefully we'll be able to improve it over time, but at the moment, this is really all I need. But basically, you know, we've got that decreased defense there. Rhonda's still doing crazy Rhonda stuff. And then one of the keys here is blocking those buffs. And now this is a tricky part, right? One, Jizzo, you know, ideally, this is not what's going to happen. Ideally, it'd be great to have this, you know, him be a target, right? I'd have resistance on him. Really, it's not what's happening. Also, to have accuracy so I can land this provoke. Also not happening. So he's kind of a poor choice to bring in, to be honest, but also like a good choice, right? So it's kind of a little catch-22. But basically I just let it run, and Rhonda hopefully should just be doing amazing things for me. And that's kind of the goal here, right? I just need to get however much damage before it's all over, and that's pretty much the trick. So if I can make that happen, we're gonna be in pretty decent shape. The head, okay, that's not gonna work out. That was a mistake. Let's regroup this. You know what? We'll bring in Valerie, then the duration of our buffs. I think that's the plan. All right, so here we go. We'll try this again. A little bit different here. But the idea is, of course, you know, with Ugo there, we can block buffs. But none of it's really gonna matter right now because it's all gonna get cleansed away anyway. So it's a little bit of a moot point, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't like manualing. It's not something I really want to do. So I'm just gonna kind of let it run on auto, and we'll see where we can get to, how far we can get. Great thing is Elva and Jareg are pretty fantastic. They really do a wonderful job of keeping us alive. The buffs get stolen a lot. That is definitely an issue for us. And there's not much I can do about that. I don't have the gear to build a resistance tank or like a mischief tank. And so I just kind of like deal with it as it comes more than anything else. But we're going to take some hits. We're going to have our max HP dropped. We're going to try and throw again. But you know, again, all we're really looking to do is get to a certain threshold, right? We're not looking to, you know, do much more than get over like, I think 1.5 million damage. So if we can do that, we're in good shape. And if we can land that brimstone, that goes a long way there. So having, you know, Rhonda be able to land that is massive for us. And so just a little bit of accuracy on her goes a very, very long way. And, you know, obviously she's got that 3-star blessing now, which is great. So this is, you know, hopefully will work out okay for us, even if it's not going to be spectacular. But yeah, you can see like Jareg's already close to dying, but that's okay. We have Elva to revive. And now with the books on Elva, the team's much faster, more resilient, and in general, just considerably better. And Ugo, nicely now that she's booked, she can really do a lot with the AoE decreased defense and the block buffs. And so it's crazy how you don't need like a perfect team to really be able to make this stuff work. And now, obviously I can manual this and probably get a slightly better result. But I don't really need to do that, right? And that's okay too. Now, obviously losing Rhonda there is problematic. In a lot of ways, it's actually better if she dies early on, because then I don't have to worry about trying to free her from the bosses. But, you know, you can do a lot just with War Master procs and things like that. Block bus doing work right there. So hopefully we can get her out. And if we do, then we have a chance to actually get to that number that we want. Because you can see we're about halfway there, right? 800,000. And she's trapped. And of course, now it's gonna be now it's all bad. They got the shield. How do they always do that to us? They always put the shield at the worst possible time. But we got 4 turns. It's possible, right? Maybe. Problem is I have no damage in this team outside of Rhonda, so definitely it's something I can do, but it's gonna be a little more RNG than I would like it to be, I suppose is the way to phrase it. Now, one of the other things too, like I was talking about bringing in Jizzo, and I think Jizzo is actually a really underrated champion for Hydra. And part of the reason is that Jizzo does a lot for your team. He adds specific buffs, but just to one champion. So if you have a resistance champion, amazing for that. Also, can put a provoke for 2 turns, which is really great. So if you have him going fast enough, you can actually refresh that skill for himself, and that can allow you to keep the head of decay kind of locked down. And so those 2 things combined can be really, really effective. I don't think we're gonna survive this. So yeah, Rhonda got et. All right, so I'm gonna stop it here. We're at 1 million damage. Obviously, I would redo this, right? We're at 1 million damage and Rhonda got eaten. Now, if I can avoid Rhonda getting eaten, I mean, imagine what could happen here. And honestly, we would have freed her, except for that shield got placed on her, and then we would have had a whole nother chance to go through this again. So clearly, we're in a good spot. I just need to refine it. Just mold it and refine it just a little bit, right? Make it a little bit smoother. One of the things I'm actually really excited about, you know, I talked yesterday about getting Deliana, and I don't think I've ever, you know, I haven't used her on my main account, right? So I don't really know, you know, what is she good at or whatever, but I was looking at her skills, and I think she's actually going to be a game changer for my account here. I think she just brings a lot of utility. First off, amazing for Hydra, right? You know, you start with the A3 with a block buffs. That's huge. And it comes with a heal. And even if the block buffs don't land, she gets a turn meter boost. Pretty nice. It's pretty nice overall, right? Getting accuracy on her is easier because she gets accuracy for every 1000 HP she has. The strengthen buff on everybody. A lot of stuff to like with the passive. The decreased resistance, I think, is underrated too. Not that it's a great debuff, right? Like, you still need the accuracy to land the decreased resistance. So it's kind of one of those abilities that's kind of like, well, I don't know if this actually makes any sense. But what I think is very cool about that is if we can land it, it's going to make it a lot easier for my squishier champions to go as we go higher and higher up against the Hydra. I'm not going to have to rebuild everybody to hit those higher accuracy levels necessarily. And I think that's actually what's really nice about it. But more importantly, the A1, it's an AoE hit. It hits hard and it adds leech, which means we're getting some healing out there from our damage, which is always good. It helps cancel that reflect damage that some of the heads like to put out there. And I think more importantly, she's going to be, if I don't pull somebody, you know, like an HP burn champion or somebody else, I think she's going to be indispensable on spiders, because what I'm thinking right now is that I'm just gonna have her put her in, if I can, because obviously you need to build resistance, you want to build accuracy, but I'm thinking I could put her in a retaliation set and just let her A1 go to town. I don't even think I need books for that, right? She'll be the target because she's a bad affinity on spider 20, which is kind of ideal. She hits hard enough on spider 19 that I can probably get through it. I pair her with like an Elva maybe, right? Just for the increased turn meter and the block debuffs. Perhaps, I gotta think about that. There's a Veil situation going on in there as well. But you know, I just think she would be fantastic for our team. And so like, I'm actually kind of excited about her. I think that she's gonna do a lot to carry the squad forward. So obviously I have a lot to build up. Now I got an Urogrim too, which is another amazing champion to get on my account, and I'm very excited about, but a whole nother champion to build. So got a lot of work, a lot of grind ahead of us as we kind of pull these shards. It's always exciting to get these new champions, but then you go, oh yeah, I got to build them out too. That's going to be the trick. So anyway, I'm really hopeful I'm going to get somebody good tomorrow. But even if we don't, we're going to be trying this. We're going to be trying for this Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss build. Today is Saturday when I'm recording this. Sunday's tomorrow when I get to open the Ancients. And I'll do my daily from Sunday to Monday. Monday morning, I'm gonna try and go live on YouTube and get as many keys in as I can, and then finish it off, you know, Sunday in the afternoon or evening whenever I get my refresh, so I can get all 4 keys in. But Monday's the day I'm gonna be doing it. So if you're around on Monday, pay attention to YouTube. I will be trying to go live, and trying to run my keys and see how much I can get done, if I can get it into a 4-key Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team or not. From hell or high water, we're gonna do this. So that's the plan anyway. So guys, thank you so much for watching, sticking around and subscribing. I do appreciate that. So till next we meet, on the Deadwood Jedi.